Hi guys, it's Miss Scoggins. It is Hawaiian Day for our virtual Spirit Week. I hope you guys are learning so much and having fun at the same time. It is actually raining outside today, so I am inside and I'm going to do a little baking, and I thought you would like to join me. So I have some Hawaiian music, of course, for Hawaiian Day. I have my loose, flowy Hawaiian shirt on, and let's get started. So I am going to make brownies, and we're actually going to do a little math with it, a little bit of measuring, and maybe even a little bit of fractions too. So first off, this is a secret recipe, so you can't tell anybody. They are the best brownies ever, okay? So first thing that we're going to need is 2 cups of flour. So I have my flour and I have my measuring cup, and this is 1 cup. So if I need 2 cups, I need 2 of them. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to measure out 2 cups of flour. Overfill it a little bit and kind of shake it down. Now, the best part of a secret recipe is you actually don't always follow the recipe to the exact. You kind of shake it and, here's 1. So we don't have to be exact like we have to be sometimes in school. So here's about 1 cup. And I'm going to do 1 more. Whoops, see, making a mess. That's the best part about these brownies. They're made to be messy. All right, I'm gonna shake it down. And we have a 2nd cup. All right, we also need 2 cups of sugar. The best part, right? The sweet stuff. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use the same cup, and I need 2 of them. And it's okay that I'm mixing because it's gonna be all mixed together anyways. So, almost got 1 cup here. Alrighty, there's 1. All that sugary goodness that we all love. Let's get 1 more for a full 2 cups, and maybe a little extra. Alrighty, there should be about my last scoop. Shake it down a little bit. Alrighty, and all that sugar goes in. Let's see what's next on our list. Remember, it's a secret, so I had to write it down so I didn't forget. I need a pinch of salt. So you're thinking, okay, what is this pinch? Okay, literally like you're gonna take your fingers and you're gonna pinch it, pick it up. So I'm gonna open up my salt shaker. I'm gonna pour a little in my hand. So I have some salt, and I'm gonna take a pinch, and then that's all. That's all I need. I'm gonna put my salt back in my salt shaker, my leftover. All right, let's see. It says I need 4 tablespoons of cocoa. You can't forget the chocolate, the best part of the brownies. All right, so if I need 4 tablespoons, let me get the measuring spoons out. Let's see, those are teaspoons. Let's see, I have some tablespoons somewhere. It's a little bit bigger than a teaspoon. Let's see. Well, I can't seem to find them, so instead of using the measuring cups, I'm going to use something that's about a tablespoon, a big spoon. And that is considered about a tablespoon as well. So here's my chocolate. I need 1. And 2, 3, and 4. lot of chocolate in there. All right, so you can see all the things I'm adding to it. All right, the next thing I need is I need some eggs. So it says I need 4 eggs. So here are my 4 eggs that I have. And I always like to crack my eggs in a smaller bowl, just in case they turn out to be bad eggs, so I can get a new one and don't have to ruin my whole batch and start all over. All right, so let's start with the first egg. I'm gonna crack it. Looks good to me, and I'm gonna throw my eggshells away. I have my trash can next to me. Keep it handy. There's 2. And 3. And 4. All right, and now most importantly, we've learned with especially with our little baby chickens, always wash your hands after you touch the chicken, an egg of any sort, because now I have raw yolk on my hands, so I don't want to cook with that, so I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Alright, now that I've washed my hands, I'm going to go ahead and stir up my eggs. Make sure they're nice and mixed in, beat up the yolk some. Alright, and now I'm going to pour it into my big mixture. Alright. Get all that egg out. Scrape it. Get all of it. Alright. And then 2 more things. I need some vegetable oil, and I also need a little vanilla, a little flavoring to go in there. So let's get my vegetable oil. I need 1 cup of vegetable oil. And just a little bit more. So here's my cup again. Pour it in there. Alright, like that. And a little bit more, just a little splash. Just to give it a little extra. Alright, I'm also going to scrape the rest of that oil out, make sure we have all of it. And then the very last ingredient we have is going to be our vanilla. Vanilla is amazing in all of our food, especially our baked goods. It just gives it that little something extra. So let's see, there's 1 and 2 teaspoons. This was a teaspoon that I was measuring with, a little bit smaller than that tablespoon that we measured with earlier. All right, and now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix it all together. Now that I have that mixed in really good, look at all that chocolate, it looks so good. I almost want to eat it just as it is, but since it has raw egg in it, I'm not going to. So I just preheated the oven to 350. So as soon as it gets hot enough, I'm going to put my brownies in a pan and I'm going to bake them, and then when we get back, we'll do a little bit more math. So see you in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so the oven is almost preheated to 350, and so it's almost ready, but before we get it all the way ready, let's get our pan ready. So I am going to put it in this pan, but before I am going to put a little bit of Crisco in it, which is just greasing the bottom of the pan. That way the brownies don't stick to them. Because right now, they are a liquid, right? You know, if I were to drop this in the floor, it's not going to be a perfect circle or perfect anything. It just kind of, it's a thick liquid, right? It's nice and thick, but it's still kind of soupy and it just flows. So I want you to think about when I put it in this oven, do brownies come out like this or do they come out like something different? Is it something you can hold in your hand? Does it have a certain kind of shape? So think about maybe what state of matter it might change to. So right now it's a liquid. Does it stay the same or does it change? All right, so for sure, let me go ahead and grease this pan because I don't want my brownies to stick. I want them to be able to come out real good. That way I can eat them as soon as they're ready. Get the sides, the inside all the way around. All right, so now that it's greased all the way through, I can pour my brownie mix in to my pan. All right, now it's nice and thick, so it might take a second. Right. Spread it around. Touch all the corners, and I'm going to try and scoop out the last bit of it. That way I get all my chocolate, all that brownie goodness. Okay, almost got it all. There we go. Keep spreading it, make sure it's kind of even all the way through. Shake it a little bit. Make sure it touches all the corners. All right, and we're going to stick this in the oven and we're going to see what happens to it. So like I said, it's a liquid. Let's see if it stays this way or if it makes something even better. Okay, so we're going to be careful. We're going to open this oven up and we're going to go ahead and stick it in there. And my recipe says that we need to cook it for 40 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer. And once those 40 minutes are up, we'll check on it. Let's see. 40 minutes. All right, and it's going to start. So when they're done, we'll come back and we'll check on them, see what happens, and I'll have some more activities for us to do with them later. Bye.